Okay, so that one's done. Move to that section there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, haven't gotten to use this one on camera in a while. It's one of my favorite pens. You hear a lot of debate about pens like this, Mahjong and Aspine. I happen to really like the Mahjong and the Jinhao that I got. This is Mahjong S5. There's some cracks in my lid, or in my cap. That's probably more either it having dropped off of something, or probably more likely me screwing it down too tight. But this is an eyedropper fill. Just one of my favorite type of filling mechanisms, and especially with shimmer inks. This is Fountain Ferris Press Amazonite, but this is a Fude Nib, so it's more like a brush, and it can do everything from very small areas like what we're doing here to very large with good ease, because it just depends on the angle of your approach with it. So the more up you go, the more fine line, and the more flat you go, the more it acts like a paintbrush. And you can fill in larger sections very quickly. You can see it also is distributing that shimmer quite well. Rotate this around. I have not had really any problems with this pen, with shimmer ink, or just overall function. And it's a pretty design, very functional pen. It was not expensive at all on Amazon. To take a hydration break here in a second. One thing with all this talking is I do get thirsty. It dries my mouth out very quickly. Not as a bad thing, because I will admit, I'm not the greatest about remembering to drink. Let's see. Next color. What number are we at? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Would you believe that in the brightest pen in my collection, I have the darkest inks? Let me just spray this one with a little bit of water and make sure that it's going to give me a good flow. Yep, some of that glitter It's clogged up in the feed. And where did my little notepad disappear to? I had a little notepad for checking my pens. Where did I put it? Oh, I'll just check on here. There we go. Yep, we're good. Okay, this one's gonna go right down here. So this is actually a dark purple ink, though it looks very black in certain lights. And it has a green sheen with gold and blue shimmers. And we're gonna see if I can't get a good shot of it at some point here. Totally off camera with what I'm doing, but that's okay. Get that fixed. This pen also has an Ultraflex nib in it, so I can do very fine lines or very thick lines by doing something that's not common with the fountain pen, which is applying pressure. So you can see if I go lightly, I get thin lines. If I go more pressure, I get more ink payout and thicker lines, which allows for me to, again, cover the area more. Never did take that hydration break. Let me do that real quick. Right on. I have to admit, this is one of the more interesting designs I've worked on in a while. It's very... Checking my mic real quick. I had an issue with my mic last night while I was recording a video for YouTube. It apparently died during the video. I have no idea at what point, and half of what, or more of what I was saying was never captured. That was fun. And it was a color with me video, so it wasn't like I could just go back and redo it. We live, we learn, we move on. Anyway, back to what I was saying about this design. It's one of the more unique ones I've done in a while because of all the geometrics to it. Again, very puzzle-like, kind of unique. I like it, but I also don't. I'm not sure how to explain that. From a coloring standpoint, it's a fun challenge. to decide what, if anything, is going to be left uncolored from a artistic point. I feel like it's a little blockier of a design than I personally like. I don't like things this blocky, and I don't like designs that are, the elements are too big. I like detail work. So I like this for the level of detail. Just wish the elements were not like so stark. I don't know if that's the right word. Let's see, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully this pen is going to work today. I just refilled it. It's giving me a little bit. There we go. I had trouble last night. Oh, right. I said I was going to try to get a shot of that shimmer ink doing all of its shimmery goodness. Get it. It's hard. It's hard because the camera's in a weird spot with the light. Oh, I can see it. Something too far, maybe. Maybe you can see it. Just get so learning how to like navigate where this camera actually shows things. I kind of see it there. Anyway, I tried. Let me try one other thing. Let's lower this down just for a second. Bring this straight up. There you go. There's some good shots. It's so much prettier in person. I have yet to get the camera to truly capture the gorgeousness of that ink. Okay. Camera back up a bit. And bring in this red color. My vintage pen. A couple of few vintage pens in my collection. I would love to get more, but I want to find them organically. Like, these were my grandfather's pens. I don't want to buy them from a reseller who already refurbished them and everything. I want to find them and at yard sales or things like that and find out the story behind the person who had them. Like, that to me is the value of a vintage pen, not just the fact that it's vintage. Like, there's way more importance to me in these pens that they were my grandfather's than that they are this many years old or that they're first editions or any of those sorts of things. Let's see. I haven't gotten to use this one too much either. This is one of my new acquisitions from the Orlando Pen Show. I happen to really like matte or satin finish pens. I think they aren't done often enough. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons that makers don't do them. They don't shine as much, or they think they can feel the imperfections in them. But that smoothness and not tackiness that you sometimes get with polish is a great hand feel, and some of these blanks, which don't get me wrong, are gorgeous when polished up, just have a whole different essence in the I feel my table start to slide on me. Whole different essence in a matte finish. Oh, hey, I found the notepad I was looking for. See if I can get it to stay where I want it. There. Okay. So this one should be a very pretty purple ink with a gold shimmer in it. Very fluid. Off camera, I can fix that. So we're going to end up with this little red section being just surrounded by shades of purple. Very pretty. I also see that I'm getting just little bits of the red pulled in when I color because of the fluid nature of the ink in this pen, and that's okay. I love getting those blends. we get this one finished in the next, before the stream is done, we'll start on another one. It's kind of the goal today. At least get this one finished. There's so many little tiny parts, and obviously when I talk, it takes me a little longer. I do enjoy talking about this stuff. Just still getting used to talking when no one's talking back or asking questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 6. More purple. After this is done, I have some work to do. I have to do some work for the mortgage company for this house we're trying to hopefully buy. Although sometimes I wonder why. Ready for the week ahead. You know, the usual Sunday stuff, right? I did realize yesterday, I did some work yesterday and on a project that had been kind of kept getting pushed off, or I was struggling with. Like, it was like this roadblock in my head, even though it really wasn't that challenging. And I realized how exactly not challenging it was while I was working on it yesterday. And I think the big reason that it was challenging me was that everything else kind of felt like bigger priority. And so when I would get time to technically work on it, I was just like, I don't want to. It was kind of burnt out from the other things that I was working on. The ability to like actually sit down and focus only on that because I wasn't really at work, that was really helpful. So I think I'm going to have to talk to my boss about more time like that. I don't think she'll have a problem with it. We're salaried. Hi, kitty cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, looks like we're coming full circle back to the mango mousse. I really hope that if anybody watches this later on, I am not boring you to sleep. I'm not boring me to sleep. I do find these coloring sessions very relaxing, though. Oh, I like that. I like the way that pops on there. No, okay. It's almost like this pen listened to me, like, oh, you think I'm not distributing enough ink? Here, let me show you what I can do. Now it's doing nice. And the smudges that you see are from the other inks earlier in this design that has a tendency to be very, 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 very wet. Dry very, 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 very slowly. And when it does that, I have a tendency to, excuse me, drag my hand through it as I'm trying to get to different sections, which is one of the reasons why I think I'm going to go back more consistently to this page rotation style of coloring, as I get dipped in that spots. Sorry, brain stopped there for a second. I get my hand kind of in those wet spots as I reach across, and then I end up with these smudges. I think I didn't sleep last night. And granted, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I went to bed late. I was having one of those nights where I didn't feel physically tired, so I didn't realize how mentally tired I was until I started making mistakes. I don't feel like I count mentally tired as tired. I'm not falling asleep, I'm not tired. How my brain. I don't do caffeine, but I feel like I need something, some sugar, some snack or something. Wake me up here. I'm putting myself to sleep. Which, yay if this is soothing, especially if it's soothing to others, but kind of hard to color if you're falling asleep. In the camera frame with it. Let's see what's next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get some machine ink in here. I cleaned and refilled this pen this morning before